What's happening, guys? It's John Papp here from johnpappfitness.com, and here I am at Acceleration Fitness. Now today I'm going to come at you a little bit differently here. So I usually do the 5 weekly tips or just different workouts, exercises, workouts of my own training, or Tricky Thursday, but kind of expanded here a bit. And this is just kind of general, I'd say, life advice and just kind of my experiences with mentors. So mentors have changed my life, and I know a lot of people kind of talk about them, but I kind of want to share my experience and why I think you should get a mentor as well, or I should say multiple mentors. So kind of my experience, obviously everybody has kind of, not everyone, but most people have their parents as their mentors at some point in their life, and I'm no exception to that. My mother and father were very big mentors growing up and still are, and they were business owners. So my dad ran a scrap metal recycling business and still does, and I kind of grew up around that, so I've always been around kind of the small business side of things and seen how he does it, and then even more so when I eventually worked there in high school and then a few years after high school. But that's where I kind of first learned, I guess I shouldn't say I learned about mentors, but that's where I was first mentored. And then there was many coaches, mainly my wrestling coaches. Shout out to you guys if you're watching. Jeff Ryan, Mike Stoliger, they taught me a lot. And then even after that, because I became a coach, and that's where I kind of first learned to coach, right, was from those guys. So I was a wrestling coach the first 2 years out of high school when I was going to community college, and they taught me a lot just how to communicate with your athletes and how to communicate with parents and kind of be a leader, basically. So I learned a lot from them, and then when I got here at Acceleration Fitness, I started out as a volunteer intern, and Ben Boudreau and Matt Van Sumeren really have honestly changed my life, especially, honestly in every aspect. I wasn't 100% sure what I wanted to do. I knew at some point I wanted to be in the fitness industry, but I didn't know when that would be and how I would go about that. They've kind of changed my life completely and kind of, made me realize I want to coach people. Coaching and helping people is what I want to make my life purpose. And, it started out with Ben, kind of teaching me the basics of, strength and conditioning, client communication, and just how to interact with your clients. And then it moved on to more, on top of that, into marketing stuff, personal brand building, business management. And then from Matt came in and really taught me even more about strength and conditioning. All right, so these guys have changed my life and taken me to another level. And it's really, really important to find those people, seek them out. All right, so when I first heard about Acceleration, a friend told me that was working here at the front desk, told me about it, and I checked out their website and you guys' bios, so Ben and Matt's bios, and I saw what they were doing, what they had done, and I was like, wow, I gotta go here. Like, even if, it's just 3-month internship or whatever, and then I'm gone, like, I have to go there. Ben was a wrestler at Michigan State, so had that tie with the wrestling community, and then just the experiences they've had in strength and conditioning and personal training and their education. I was like, these are the guys. I mean, I live 2 minutes away from the gym. There's no way I shouldn't be here learning from them. So what I did was I sent Ben an email, and it was honestly probably the most unprofessional email I've ever sent. But that's how I didn't know how to send a professional email. That's one thing he taught me later, was how to send emails. It sounds so simple, but it's little things like that you learn from these people, these mentors of yours, how to communicate with people, how to be professional, how to build trust with your clients, and just build trust in general. Just learn how to help them. And anyways, so I emailed him, and he came in for an interview and was hired as a volunteer intern. And at the time, I just moved into the area down for school to Oakland University, and I was absolutely working my butt off. All right, so this is my schedule. Looking back, I don't know how I did it, but somehow I managed it. So I would go to school throughout the week in the mornings. I had mostly morning classes until about noon, somewhere in that range, or early afternoon. Then I would go straight from there. I would come to Acceleration and intern most days it was till 7 or 8 at night, and then from there I would go straight to the library and study till about midnight, if not later some nights, and then I would go home, eat, get a little sleep, and do it all over again. And then on top of that, I didn't have weekends because I had to work somehow, right? Because it was an unpaid internship, and I had to work so I could pay my bills. So I worked in the mall at a candy and coffee shop of all places. All right, a candy and coffee shop, and I hated it, but it got the job done for the 6 months that I needed it to. And that went on from about September until about February. So a decent amount of time. Every single week was like that, and just grinding, learning, and it paid off because then they offered me a position here as a coach starting up, and I took it, and I was able to quit that other job and start here, and then kind of dedicate myself fully to being a student in exercise science and a coach. So that's kind of where that went, and then that's really where the mentorship took off. Once I was on board for the long term, and they taught me literally everything. Because we were a very, very small strength and conditioning facility, and then we grew into adult training, and now we're bigger, but we're still very small. We're not corporate. We're a one-location gym and small shop. So I literally see everything and have got to see everything and learn about all different aspects. So my point of all this long rant is try to find people who are doing something that you want to do. Like, obviously, I wanted to be a coach, so I seek those people out. I don't know if that's the word seek, but I seek those people out and learn from them and gain their respect. And also, I want to add to that is do whatever you can to be helpful to them. So you have to offer value to them for them to basically take you on and take them under their wing and dedicate time and energy to teaching you, right? So you have to offer value, whether that is cleaning the gym or whatever business you happen to be at, or doing whatever job you have to do, cleaning bathrooms, I don't care. For me, I cleaned and also volunteered for whatever I could, and then eventually I gained enough trust, and then kind of did a lot of social media marketing and stuff like that, and just this little steps like that to gain the trust of those mentors, so then they can say, okay, I'm not going to waste my time and energy by dedicating some time of my day to them to teach them. So offer whatever value you can, whatever you can. If that's just clean, cool. If it's more business side or training side or cleaning or whatever it happens to be, do something to offer value, and that will help a lot in your quest to find a mentor. And then also on top of that, I wanted to add, don't just seek out one mentor. Kind of seek out many different mentors to help you in different aspects and just to give you different looks at things, right? So for example, Ben and Matt, very different people. Matt is very, he's completely focused on strength and conditioning, also the business side, but his more focus is the strength and conditioning here at Acceleration because he is the head strength and conditioning coach, where Ben is the owner, so he's still focused on the training, but his main focus is the marketing and sales and client relationships and building a community, big scale things. So it's interesting to be able to see those different sides of things, right? So, and also side tangent, you can have mentors that aren't in your area, right? You can find people, our time is amazing now with social media where you can literally find and connect with someone wherever they are. So find those people, follow them that are doing what you want to do or that you can learn a lot from. Follow them, try to interact with their Instagrams, Facebooks, YouTube videos, whatever, leave comments. And eventually, hopefully they'll start to notice, and if they're good, then they will hopefully connect back with you, and then you can kind of go from there. I'm not saying they're gonna go out of their way and meet up with you and whatever, but you can still use those avenues for smaller mentors, I would say. So that is about all I've got for you. I think my rant is over. I've been wanting to make this video for a while now, and that's about it, guys. So make sure you like this video, hit subscribe, and then check me out on the Instagram. Instagram's at John Pat Fitness. If you want to email me, jpatfitness@gmail.com, Snapchat, j-pap, all lowercase, and johnpatfitness.com. So that is all I got for you today, guys. Make sure you're out there chasing it.